What's up, rock stars? Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my camper, lake house, wherever we are. This is Virginia. We're in Spotsylvania, Virginia. We're at the Wilderness Presidential Resort. I basically have grown up here, have spent majority of my nature adventures, childhood adventures, outdoors here. So my family's been coming here ever since I was 5 years old, and I've been blessed to be able to come here pretty much freely. We own property here, so we own this little camper that I'm at, and I'm actually here today by myself. I came yesterday. Today is now Monday, and I wanted to bring you guys along on a little fishing trip with me. It is just shy of 7 a.m. I've been up for about an hour, and we are gonna try to beat the rain. Basically, it might rain this morning, so we're gonna still give it a shot and try to get out there early and catch some fish. So I thought I'd show you my boat and show you what I fish with, and hopefully maybe I'll catch a fish for you too. Alright, let's get started. Let's go. I got my cup of coffee, and this is my grandfather's cup. It's very sentimental to me. So whenever I'm here, I just pour myself a giant cup of Joe, take it on the boat with me, and enjoy it while I wake up in the morning, hopefully to a fish. I'm a little sleepy. It's early, so forgive me if I'm a little brain dead. Good morning, cheers. Let's catch a fish. Before we leave the porch, I thought I'd show you. I like to look a little extra wildernessy while I'm here. Got this orange, bright orange camo hat, and these are actually special fish glasses. They're supposed to help you see in the water, in the darker water, and maybe see fish. They don't work that well, but they do block the sun pretty well. So although it's pretty shady today, mostly rock these up here. This is some of my fishing gear that I like to bring while I go on the boat, because you never know when it's going to get sunny. I also always bring a bag with me. This morning I got some water, granola bar, I got my cell phone, I got some suntan lotion, and yeah, so just basic things that I bring in a little bag. I also have plastic bags just in case it does start to rain. I can cover the camera, and I can cover anything important that could get wet. So I do have a couple of shopping plastic bags in there just in case it rains this morning. Alright, let's go. Alright, before I undock, I thought I'd show you my setup currently tied to the dock. So I just have a little motor that I hook on here to the boat, and then it's hooked to a battery, which I have a charger, so after I come back I'll put the battery back on the charger, and then right here I can see if my battery is fully charged, which it is, which is good, because I have definitely been stuck on the lake with my battery died, and it sucks because then you basically have to row yourself back. And I always keep an oar. I keep just one little plastic oar because hopes is I don't run out of battery and I can make it back. But this is the worst case scenario right here. Worst case scenario, I paddle myself back on my own, and it's a lot of work, but it's doable. So always keep an oar on the boat just in case. Also, what I'm sitting on right now is a flotation device. I don't bring a life jacket. You absolutely could bring a life jacket, especially if you don't know how to swim. I'm a fantastic swimmer, so don't really need to worry about that. And then everything else I showed you, I have on the boat, my bag, and I have 2 fishing poles. I'm going to show you the one lure that I use. So this lure right here, it is called a Pitbull 3.5, and you can see, let's see, I'm going to flip the camera so you can really look at it. Alright, so this lure right here, there we go, nice and focused. This lure right here has 2 sets of hooks. It's got the tri hook right in the middle and the tri hook in the back, which is right now hooked up to the fishing pole. But this thing works wonders. I catch tons of fish on this thing. It floats at the top, but once you drag it, it swims really nicely. Nice flashy bottom. And overall, this is a great lure. I catch all kinds of fish on this thing: bass, pickerel, little crappies, big fish, little fish, all kinds of stuff on that. But in this lake, it does get kind of shallow, so, and there's a lot of like weeds, I guess. So with this, sometimes it drags the bottom and I have to be careful. So I don't always use this all the time, especially in the shallow areas, which is why I keep a second pole baited with something else at all times, because if I need to switch poles really quickly, I want to have a pole that's already ready to go. So I have 2 poles on my boat. This one is lured with a it's called a crappie bait, and just very simple plastic rubbery lure hooked to a weighted hook, so it does sink a little bit. And then I do have a bobber on this one. So this one I throw out like under the trees in the more shallow areas. I try to catch smaller fish with this. And yeah, so that's what I'm working with. Those are my 2 poles, my 2 lures that are ready to go. And then other things that I always keep on the boat, besides my coffee in the morning, is I always keep a little tackle box. This has just some more of those crappie baits in them. Has another hook a couple hooks in case I lose my hook. Let's see. Sometimes I have other lures, like bigger lures. I didn't bring any with me this time. That's okay. I also always have gloves. I always have gardening gloves. I actually just got this pair. I got some new gloves because my other ones were pretty disgusting. And the reason why they get disgusting is because this is what I use to pick up the fish. So whenever I catch a fish, I put this glove on my hand. That way I can just grab the fish with my hand and really work the hook out without being like, ew, I don't want to touch a fish. Because as much as I love to fish, I don't really like to touch them. So I use a glove. And then I got a couple extra bobbers, and then this nifty tool, which is great. So this is like a pocket knife, but really what works best with this when fishing, see if I can do this one-handed. Ooh, there we go. Is it comes with like tweezers. So sometimes unfortunately the hooks do get pretty stuck in there in the fish's mouth or wherever. So it helps to have like a tool like this to be able to get the hook out without basically touching the hook and hooking yourself. You gotta be really careful. And then there's like little knives and little things if I ever need to cut a line or something like this. So this nifty tool always comes with me on the boat as well. Alright, so now that you know all my gear, I think we are ready to untie and get out there. The lake is starting to wake up. Fish are starting to make ripples and jump. It's about 7:15, and one of my favorite techniques is to throw my lure. I'm using the bigger lure right now. Throw it off the back of the boat and then turn my motor on and just troll. And actually, usually when I'm going the fastest on my top speed, which is 5, is when I catch the most fish. I think they like the ripples. I think they like the wakes that I'm creating. And it also creates, I think, some distraction for my lure. So they see it, it's a little bit more kind of chaotic with the waves, and they go for it. So even though it's really calm, I'm going to troll a little bit and see if I can catch a fish. Let's go. I'm gonna turn it on a 3. And we just ride. I just have to make sure when I do this that my lure is up high enough to not catch any of the weeds. Usually this technique is best in the middle of the lake when it's the deepest. That way I can troll a little deeper and any big fish might take it. So wish me luck. There's a beaver swimming. Pretty cool. I saw him like splash his big tail. Pretty awesome. We got beavers, we got geese, we got herring, lots of fish. Look at the beaver swim. Look at him go. He's He's checking me out. There he goes. Down he goes. We are back by what I like to call the islands. And I'm just trolling my little crappie bait back there. Look how beautiful it is. Haven't even gotten a nibble yet, but it's all good. Taking in the sights. Say hello to my little friend. Bye. Woo, little break from the rain. Caught a big ass pickerel. Look at that thing. That is over a foot long.